A son struggles to pay his mortgage while his parents demand $2,000 per month. So let's check this out. This is kind of crazy. So, a Reddit user shares that her in laws argue that her husband should send them $1,500 to $2,000 a month despite them struggling to pay their own mortgage. Her husband needed financial help early on. So the original poster said her husband needed help paying for college. So her fiance's parents sold some stock and sold their own to fund their son's college education. In return for their help, he chose to pay the mortgage of his parents' new home. And after 20 years, Opp and her spouse paid off his parents' house. Additionally, they gave his parents several monetary gifts, around $60,000, and continued to provide the parents with $1,000 a month. That seems kind of crazy to me. So, you paid off the parents' house, you gave the parents 60 grand, and you're paying your parents or just giving them a grand a month when they basically funded your college when you were younger, which is a very generous thing to do. But at the same time, it's like there is an extent, right? You can't give gifts to people while also doing massive financial harm to yourself. Like, it doesn't make sense. You need to protect yourself first, and then you can give out stuff to other people. So the parents say they need more money. According to Opp, it's typical for kids to give their parents in their culture. However, his parents now tell him they need more money and add that a good son would give more, which to me just seems like kind of like scummy to do. Like, you already have a great son that is taking care of you, that has taken care of you, that has paid your house off, that has given you 60 grand, that is literally giving you a grand a month, and it's still not enough. Like, it's not enough. He's not good enough for you. Like, that seems kind of crazy to me. Like, how is your son not good enough? The parents also want their son to sign over his rights to their house because the parents plan to give it to his sister. According to the parents, his sister needs more money than Opp and her partner. And to top it off, the parents are arguing that their son should be sending them $1,500 to $2,000 a month. Like, here's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with helping out family, but how can you put yourself in a situation like this where your family isn't even grateful that you are helping them out, right? And they don't think that you're even a good son yet when you've already done all this? That seems crazy to me, right? Wow. So they need to save for their own house. So Opp is against giving her spouse's parents more money because it puts a lot of pressure, more financial pressure on Opp and her husband. So she puts her foot down and tells them no. They are already struggling with their own personal finances. For instance, Opp and her husband pay their property taxes with a credit card, which is crazy. Opp wants to prioritize paying for their own house and would like to set aside money for their children's college fund and save for retirement. However, the parents are guilting their son into giving them more money and saying that he shouldn't need permission from Opp to give money to his parents. Like, the thing is, when it comes down to it, the most important people in the original poster's life, right, is to technically be well, okay, technically the husband, right? The most important people in the husband's life, right, the son of the parents, it should actually be his wife and his kids, then his parents if he wants to take care of them. Like, he has literally created a family of his own that he is required to take care of, that he needs to take care of. It makes no sense to put his own parents before his wife and kids. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. So the Reddit community weighs in. So most of the Reddit community is saying the parents are treating him unfairly. I 100% agree, and so does that dog. For example, Op's husband paid off his parents' mortgage and provided them with monthly spending money, and yet they want him to sign over the house so they can give it to his sister. Reddit users say it's time for the sister to take on the next 20 years of funding their parents' lifestyle, especially since they plan to give the house to his sister. Other Reddit users understand the importance of respecting your parents and wanting to make sure they are comfortable, but they remind Op and her husband that they have children to take care of, to take care for. And when it comes to retirement, it's essential to start now because it can come sooner than expected. Man, that is so sad. Like, I really don't like that. I really don't like this situation because you basically are putting the husband and wife against the parents of the husband. Like, it's just such a bad situation to be in. And it shouldn't be in this bad situation. Like, the son has been a great son where he basically paid back the parents and also took care of them when he really didn't need to, and keeps wanting to try to help them out. But it's so bad because the parents are just straight up making him feel guilty that he's not a good enough son, even though he has already given them so much money and is continuously giving them monthly money. It just seems kind of crazy to me. It's like, as a parent, wouldn't you want your kids to do better? Wouldn't you not want to take advantage of your kids? Right? That seems kind of like a little bit dirty to me. Like, why would you want to do that as a parent? Dogs think they see something, but they don't. Interesting. But yeah, this is the thing. What this husband and the wife need to do is to basically tell the parents, we're not doing this anymore. We're not paying for this stuff anymore. We can't financially fund your lifestyle anymore because we have bills to pay. We have kids to take care of, your grandkids, so we need to take care of that before we even remotely think about taking care of yourself, like of you guys. Like, that's what they got to do because this is a really bad situation, and the reality is these parents are probably going to insult the wife like crazy. They're probably going to try to like disown the son or like make the son feel so guilty that maybe they even try to push him into basically divorcing his wife so that he could focus more on paying for his parents. Like, it could go bad to a very extreme extent, which it shouldn't. But if you have crazy parents like this that literally think that your son is not good at this point, even after doing all this, what can you do? Right? Like, what can you actually do in this situation? It's pretty sad. But you gotta put your foot down. If you want to learn how to get out of debt, go to 40inbox.com.